The old man's voice trembled as he spoke. Some things, my son, existed long before Adam ever walked the earth, beings of smokeless fire, cursed and proud. They are the Jinn, and it was their arrogance that shaped the very idea of evil as we know it. His words echoed through the desert night, as the young traveler leaned closer, unaware that the story he was about to hear would forever change how he saw faith, fear, and the unseen. It was a night thick with silence in the heart of the Arabian desert. A lone traveler named Zaid, a historian searching for the roots of ancient myths, wandered toward a forgotten oasis known as Ubar, the lost city of the Jinn. Legends whispered that this was where angels once descended, and where disobedient spirits roamed, still bound to their curse. Zaid wasn't a believer in the supernatural. His faith had long faded after years of unanswered prayers. He came here for knowledge, not belief. But fate, as it often does, had different plans. As he set up camp near the ruins, the wind began to sing, a deep, hollow hum, like a voice too ancient to belong to man. He brushed it off as the wind playing tricks. But then, a shadow passed, fast and fluid, like smoke come alive. Zaid froze. "Who's there?" he called out. A whisper answered, soft but chilling. "We were here before you. We saw your kind rise from clay." He stumbled back, heart racing. The air turned cold. The flame in his lantern flickered violently, and then, went out. When Zaid relit it, he saw markings on the sand, spirals and words in an ancient tongue. His hands trembled as he traced them. They spoke of Iblis, the Jinn who refused to bow before Adam. In a vision that felt both dream and reality, Zaid saw the story unfold before his eyes. Before the creation of man, the Jinn ruled the earth, beings made from smokeless fire, intelligent, free-willed, and proud. Among them was Iblis, a being so devout that he rose among angels. He worshipped the Creator with unmatched zeal. But when God created Adam from clay and commanded the angels and Jinn to bow, Iblis refused. How can one made from mud be greater than one made from flame? He argued. In that moment of pride, light turned to darkness. Iblis was cast down, his heart consumed with hatred. He swore to lead mankind astray, to make them forget their Creator, just as arrogance had made him fall. Zaid woke up drenched in sweat. The air was thick, and he could feel something unseen watching him. He began to pack, eager to leave. But then, he heard crying, the sound of a woman's sorrow, faint and distant. He followed it into the ruins. There, he found a figure, a woman, veiled in white, her eyes glowing faintly in the dark. "Why do you seek us, human?" she whispered. Zaid's voice shook. "I wanted to know if you were real." Her expression turned sad. "We were real before your kind knew the stars. Some of us worship still, but many fell with him." Zaid asked, "Why stay here?" "To remember what pride destroyed," she said, "and to warn those who think knowledge alone is greater than faith." Before he could speak again, the woman's form began to fade into smoke, vanishing into the air. Zaid fled the ruins at dawn. But the whispers followed him, not haunting, but reminding. As he journeyed home, he began to understand what the old stories meant. The Jinn weren't just creatures of legend. They were mirrors, symbols of what happens when pride overcomes humility, when intellect forgets its creator. He realized that every man, in his arrogance, carried a spark of Iblis, the voice that says, "I am better." And every act of faith, humility, and repentance was a battle against that fire within. Months later, Zaid published his findings. But not as a skeptic. He wrote about what he had learned, calling his book, The Spirits of Fire, Lessons from the Unseen. The world read it as mythology. But for Zaid, it was truth, the night he rediscovered belief. He began to pray again, quietly, humbly. Not out of fear, but gratitude, for being reminded that even the unseen could guide a lost soul home. And in the silence of one desert night, as he prayed, he felt the wind brush against his face, warm and gentle. A whisper came, faint but kind. "Not all Jinn are lost, Zaid. Some still remember." Ending message. The story of the Jinn is not just about fire and rebellion. It's a reflection of us, of pride, faith, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness within the human soul. Because sometimes, The evil we fear most is the arrogance we carry quietly inside.